Hello, YouTube. I'm back again. Yeah, I just got finished watching The Angry Prepper. He was doing live from New York. They were having a mandate protest. Okay, so I was just watching that. Okay, what I want to talk about is what's going on here that we don't know about, that is changing quickly and that we need to keep up on. Okay, like a lot of y'all should know that the price of a stamp is going up to 58% on the 29th of this month, of 29th of August. And I bet a lot of people didn't know that, but I know that because I worked for the post office at one point and I try to keep up with things going on. But anyway, yeah, that's going up, but that's nothing major, but we need to know that. Okay, but look, what is really major and what's really going on is this weather situation. I mean, I'm not talking about the 105 fires that we have here in America right now, and the 202 million acres of land that's being burned up out here. But I'm just going to talk about the Gulf Stream that is really messing up everything. That's causing a lot of weather changes out here. It's a butterfly effect to me. See what I mean by that, and what I'm trying to tell you, I'm gonna have to read a little bit of this. It's a change in the Atlantic Ocean currents. You know, that's the Gulf Stream. The circulation can cause a dramatic shift in the global weather. You know, and what they talk about is the AMOC. What it, you know, they say that's is heading for a collapse. And what the AMOC is the transport of warm, salty water from the tropics to northern Europe and sends back cold water back south along the ocean floor. And they saying what it is that it's slowing down and that it could abruptly stop and cause wild temperature swings. You know, and that's what we get now. I mean, it could bring extreme cold to Europe and parts of North America, raising sea level along the east coast of the United States and disrupting seasonal monsoons that provide water to much of the world. And so what they're saying is, and we're experiencing now, is that this thing is going crazy. You know, I mean, I don't know if because of the polar shifts, you know, the magnetic fields or whatever, but they're saying that this thing could stop. Because right now we're experiencing some of it. I mean, you got snow in South Africa. You got snow in Brazil. I mean, you got flooding in Europe. You got flooding in Germany. You got flooding in China. You got all this weather and all this. The butterfly effect is all related. And if this thing stop, you know, they say it could stop abruptly. Whoa, you talking about catastrophic weather. I mean, you're going to get weather where you're not supposed to be getting weather. Like I'm saying, you're already getting snow in Brazil. You're getting snow in South Africa. You're going to be getting worse than that. And like I say, that's not even the worst thing. Well, it could be the worst thing. And then, you know, the monsoon bring fresh water. So I'm just saying the things are going to change really, really quick. And if we don't keep an eye on that, because we being sidetracked. I mean, but I'm just saying, it's gonna get bad. And then, you know, you had part of that Greenland ice cap break off, and you know that's enough. That was enough water that could cover the entire state of Florida. You know, if with that piece that broke off, that's gonna be melting. But it's not gonna just affect Florida. I'm just saying. But they said the complete Greenland ice cap melt, it'll add another 20 to 23 feet of sea level. It will raise the sea level that much, but means all the East Coast will be in danger of flooding. Okay, but that's not the only thing I wanted to talk about. I also want to talk about earthquakes. You know, it's been a lot of earthquakes lately, a lot of them. And I'm just going to read out a few places that have had earthquakes. I mean, other than the Philippines who had a volcano problem, you got New Zealand, Eastern Japan, Northern Pakistan, Eastern Afghanistan, Kuwait, Northeast Morocco, East Central Wyoming. All these places have had earthquakes. I mean, recently. I mean, talking about 6 to 7 months ago. I'm talking about recently. I mean, it's beginning to get bad. It's beginning to get scary, but that is not the scariest thing. Now, the scariest thing is something I'm going to tell you now. Okay? Now, excuse me, I'm going to have to read some of this. It's a U.S. survey of wild deer in 4 states found that many of the animals show signs of being infected with COVID-19 virus. Yep. And they saying that the wild animals could be a reservoir, whatever you want to call it, for the virus in the future. In other words, what they're saying is that these animals, even if we get the virus under control here, like we are doing, that it can still come back because of the animals that have it. Now that's not the scary part. Now the United States Department of Agriculture said that the percentage of deer ranges from 7% in the samples from Illinois to a high of 60% in Michigan deer. You see that? See that? And this just four states they did, basically up in my area. Illinois, Michigan, probably where the deers are at. And they say in the total, a third of all the deer tested positive. None of them appear ill. So you don't know they don't appear ill, but they got the virus. And then experts say feasting on wild game infected animals, you are unlikely to contract COVID-19. But but they just scared the hell out of you just now, didn't they? If you like to go hunting deer, now you don't know. But to me, and this is just my opinion, because we in the end time. Look at all the fire. Look at Greece is on fire. Greece is burning. I mean, along with the 105 fires we have here in America, with 202 million acres of being burnt up, it's like hell in some places. I think it's all a plot to get us to eat this fake meat. I mean, they're attacking the pork, they're attacking the chickens, they're attacking the beef. They have been attacking fish for years, and now they're attacking wild game and deers. So pretty soon you won't be able to eat meat, and that's just my plain opinion. I mean, it's all a plot, but I'm not going to get into that. I will just say, show up Thursday for my live, at 2 o'clock, and I'm gonna talk about what I think is having an effect on this is the universal basic income. I think is the end game for this stuff that I'm talking about now with the meat and all that stuff. And just tune in, and I'd like to thank YouTube